Hello people, that's how you all doing. Today we are talking about another upsetting subject for me to do. It's about suicide, suppose, and awareness, suppose, to say same thing. Now I'm not really trained for this, but I kind of want to address good old things. But the first thing I always say, if you are depressed or anything, never hide it in. Never hide it from anybody. Just tell a family member, tell a friend, tell anybody. Actually, don't tell strangers, but tell your teachers if you're in school, if you're in a workplace. I'm sure your boss want to know that you're okay and all that. Uh, so never be afraid to hide. I mean, I was depressed once a few stages. I kind of hid it for a long time, and it makes things worse. Just believe me, the person who went through it. Uh, it makes things very more worse. It's better just to talk about these. If you don't talk about these things won't get fixed. That's how I suppose life works. If you don't talk about things, if you don't ask for help, you won't get help. I suppose it is. I know that sounds a tiny bit harsh, but it is what it actually is, I'm afraid. So you never be afraid to ask for help. There's always help available. Like the Samaritans, good Samaritans, there's always camps where if you're in Ireland or if you're in the United States, I suppose there's another crowd or in flats or wherever people are watching from. But in Ireland there's camps in every county. In Cavan there's camps. All across every part of Ireland there's camps in every county. Every walk of life there's camps. No, well, no. In every walk of life, in every big town in Cavan there's a camp set up. No, not in Cavan, in Ireland. There's a camp set up. So in Athlone there's one, and I think there's one in Cavan town. There's ones across Ireland. There's hundreds across Ireland. Uh, there's loads of psychologists. The thing is, I'm trying to get to, because never be afraid to talk out. No, I mean, you might feel foolish or you might just not want to talk about it, but believe me, it takes. When I was talking about things to the guidance counselor in school, it it took a lot of weight. It took the weight off my shoulders. If you know what I'm saying, it was like a brick. Like the guidance counselor just lifted the brick off my shoulder, where she didn't lift the brick off my shoulder, but it's just it gets a lot of things off your chest and makes you feel kind of half better, I suppose, half good. And if you talk about it for longer and longer and again gradually get through everything, then you're going to feel even absolutely fantastic. But to say again, there's always a way out of every situation. Suicide, ladies and gentlemen, is not the answer. Let me tell you. It's never the answer. You have to think about the people who you're leaving behind. How devastated they're going to be. They're going to be more devastated. Let me tell you, you might not think they care for you, but they will care for you. They'll have to mourn you day in, day out for the rest of their lives. A sister, a brother, a mother, a father, a grandparent. They will have to mourn you for the rest of their lives. They have to try and remember the good time, the times they have with you. But there's always a way. No matter what situation you're in the world, there's always a way out. There's always, lads. There's always a way out. No, and suicide is not one of them. There's if you're in debt or anything, there's always a way out. There's always a way out. Don't feel like that you're alone. All your friends and all your family, if you're in school, all your teachers are there to support you. The guidance counselor, if you have a guidance counselor in your school, uh, your local doctor maybe be able to help you. Even your best friend, if you have a best friend, or if you have good friends, if you have a girlfriend, or if you are a girl or a boyfriend, uh, or anybody talk, cousin, granddaughter, anything. If you're an older person, talk to your, well, talk to your, well, whoever you can talk to most. That's another thing. Talk to the person that you trust the most. You can't hide these things. That's what I'm trying to get. You can't hide them. You have to speak out about it. You can't let it grow inside you. If you let it grow, it's all going to come out in one heap. You could hide it for a year, and someday it can just come out and burst like a bubble. One day the bubble gets bigger and bigger. The next day it gets huge. Then the next day it's absolutely enormous. Then the next day it pops. And that's when, sadly, people don't really make it through life. So yeah, uh, the I always tell people, that's the main thing I want everybody to take. I always tell people, never give up hope. There's always people to help you, right? And if you ever do need help, make sure if you ever want help or anything with anything, you're able to talk to people. Everybody is with you. Everybody's with you with this struggle. Whoever's in a struggle in this difficult time, you will get past it. Don't worry. It's only a few weeks or a month. It'll go away as quick as it came. So I'm going to cut the video here. Thank you for listening. I hope everybody understands what I said. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more and bye.